All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another Saturday Morning Marvel. I like the name, I just need to remember it. So here we are, playing all our way through the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box, and we have reached M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K. I don't know why I couldn't get that right, but so previously to this, we were playing through each villain, and we did my first fresh play against the villain with Nick Fury, and we were using the pre-con deck, and I was not doing well, folks. Spoiler alert, I was not doing well. Obviously, these are the cards we're adding. We're adding espionage, counterintelligence, 2 copies of sharpshooter, and government liaison. We took out 1 copy of intelligence, Nick Fury Sr., informant, and then 2 copies of under surveillance. Mainly because under surveillance is a great card, but it was just one that I felt like I kept tripping over. I wasn't really feeling Nick Fury Sr., and then the other 2, I was only taking 1 copy out a piece because I think that they're still good. I just think that there were other cards I wanted to be playing with, mainly Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is going to be able to add to Nick Fury's 2 attack events, Spray Fire and Under Fire. Oh, that's not right. Just look it up here real quick. So I'm giving you the right information here. Concentrated Fire and Spray Fire both gain ranged, which is going to make Sharpshooter even better. Granted, in this deck, we do not have any doubles. So we're only going to be seeing a boost of 1, but a boost of 1 is still better than nothing. And it's possible that in a future iteration of this deck, I will have doubles in it. It's just, I wanted to make the minimal amount of changes. I suppose I need to shuffle these in too. I want to make the minimal amount of changes as to not make this overly complex, overly difficult to kind of keep track of. But yes, today we are going up against M.O.D.O.K. He has 2 scheme, 1 attack. He's the Aerial and Cyborg traded with Aerial, Cyborg, and Psionic traded with Retaliate 1. And then he has a Forced Interrupt when M.O.D.O.K. would be defeated. If a holding cell is in play, remove 2 lock counters from it and reset M.O.D.O.K.'s hit points to 10. Otherwise, the players win the game. So I suppose I need to put 2 lock counters here. So this is a deck of different holding cells. They each come into play with 2 lock counters per player, and have a Forced Interrupt when the last lock counter is removed. Flip this card over and put the ally that's on the other side into play under any player's control. And then it has a hero action. I think they all have different hero actions. This one, this holding cell with the flying inhuman in it, needs 2 energy resources or 3 resources of any type to remove a lock counter from it. And then I suppose we do have the main scheme, which kind of instructs us to do all of this. And the main scheme starts with 1, it goes up to 7. But then the other thing is that when it is completed, I was supposed to put an Adaptoid into play, wasn't I? Yes. Put an Adaptoid into play. Okay. Because over here we've got the environment that gives Adaptoids different abilities. That's generous enough. And then when this is completed, you set aside a random Adaptoid. Where did I put those? Wait, are these? Yes, these other environments. Add another one if there are no Adaptoid. If there are no more Adaptoid environments outside of play, then I automatically lose. So my lose points here are actually. Let me think here. I think it's just running through this to get like 20, what is that, a 28 threat depleted total. No, that's not even true. That's it would be 35, because I'd have to run through it 4 times, then have nothing left there. So that's going to be probably not going to be the way that I lose. It's probably going to be through damage, because we do have Retaliate here, but every Adaptoid is a elite traded minion. It has +1 attack, and its attacks gain overkill and range. So I'm not going to say that's the worst one, but that sure feels like it is not a great place to start. My dog is freaking out, so let me just go get him real quick. All right, somebody was not going to be happy with me. They had to sit outside the door the entire day. All right, so I will say, once again, I think this is maybe a rough place to start, but they don't get any extra health. So right now we've just got an Adaptoid minion, which has 1 scheme, 2 attack, 5 health, and when defeated, remove 1 all-purpose counter from an environment. So I suppose when this gets defeated, I get to take a lock counter off. That's a good thing to know. Okay, so we are on the assault suit side. We just need to draw our opening hand. Let's do our mulligans. You know, I have a feeling I just didn't shuffle this very well. Let's do one more shuffle because, yeah, I feel like all the cards I had were right on top. All my substitutions ended up clustered together. That doesn't feel genuine. At this point, if they're all clustered together, that's not my fault. Prism Dust. Intelligence, practice plan, concentrated fire. 6. Okay. So, global logistics. I guess I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. It would be nice, but not going to be worried about it. A practice plan. This, I would say, I'm going to err on the side of I might want that. Concentrated fire, I do feel like, okay, so wait. That's not enough to take that out. But one of the ways that we're going to be able to win is just by taking M.O.D.O.K out a bunch of times. I feel like I definitely want to get rid of the Adaptoid, though. So let me just think this through. His attack is 2 again. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So, okay, I feel like I can take out an Adaptoid and then get back into stealth suit form. No problem. When you reveal a treachery, discard intelligence and remove 1 to cancel. Okay. I feel like this is a good card. But I also feel like what's going to happen is that I'm going to put this into play and there were better things I could have top decked. So I'm going to just say I have counterintelligence. I know that's not the same, but like I have additional ways to be dealing with like saying no to the encounter deck. So I feel like I'm not even going to say that I'm steady on that. Okay, I don't need 2 copies and Prism Dust. This would be nice to carry any Adaptoids or any. I imagine there's got to be aim minions in here because I haven't played yet with the other encounters that got added, but I'm pretty sure that has aim soldiers in it. I don't know that they have vulnerable, so I don't know if this is a silver bullet or not. Okay, let me just think this over because okay. So what does my first turn look like if I just have these and 3 other mystery cards? Play out this. Concentrated fire can be from 2 of the other cards that I draw, and at least I have this around to keep myself safe. So like, I'm gonna take these 3. Everything is so inexpensive that I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. Am I going to be switching to stealth suit form? Well, I know what I'm not going to be able to do. I'm not going to be able to put any damage on any extra damage from the assault suit. But let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Surge keyword. I don't know how popular Surge is, but I definitely wanted to be prepared for that. And drawing 2 cards is good. When you would take any amount of damage from all the damage. Okay, so I'm not sure. This is not a bad hand, I don't think. I'm just not sure where I'm going to be going in my first turn. I think these 2 are definitely going to get played, but let's play this out because maybe there's a part of this that I'm overlooking. So, in Alter Ego form, I know that I'm going to be attacking. I know that being in stealth suit form is not going to do me any good, so I'm just going to switch to hero form. Then I am going to... Oh, I suppose that's something I didn't even think about was how many resources am I going to have just lying around. And with this hand, nothing, because I want to play these cards, and actually I think I'd like to put EM Shield out as well. Let me see here. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 damage here. It's going to be short-lived. Okay, so we're going to put out practice plan. Actually, let's practice plan, and I want to keep this because I can practice plan it back to my hand, counteracting some damage here. So then let's do these two to pay for concentrated fire, deal 4 damage to the Adaptoid, taking it out. And then because we defeated the minion, we can, oh, not that. I'll switch to stealth suit form, which is where I'd like to be. Then I'll put out the intelligence analysis just in case. And I don't have the ability to do anything with this. I want this in my hand regardless. So quick turn, draw back up, concentrated fire, like to see it. Government liaison. Okay, so I feel good about this. I wanted government liaison because I wanted to be able to reduce the cost of shield cards. I don't know if that's going to be terribly important here, but at the same time, like, you know, getting a safe house in for free seems good. But let's go into the villain phase. So we had one. He goes to attack me, and instead he is going to thwart, or sorry, he's going to scheme. Wish he would thwart. Okay, so 2. So he's going to scheme for a total of 4. 3 of which is going to go to here. That may be a bit of an oversight. And then we're going to put, oops, I don't know why I put that away. Put 1 scheme here. No boost ability there. Okay, so now this is good. This is set up. So then we draw our counter card. I've been playing out of Arkham, so all of a sudden I'm sitting here being like, am I forgetting something? And that only cares about treacheries. So he gets the focusing crystal. Gives him +1 scheme, +1 attack, and a acceleration icon. So yes, we are now very much looking forward to getting rid of this 10 damage as quickly as possible. Okay, so how does that change anything that we were going to be doing? I feel like I'm still... I mean, okay, in this case, I feel like now we're going to be dealing 5 damage, 6, 7 damage. We do not have enough power to do anything about that at this point. I would love a thwarting event. Okay, so I feel like prioritize this, but to play out Coulson, I need to use up everything. Okay, so now we're actually kind of running into a bit of a problem here, because I'd like EMP shield. In fact, I can use... Okay, wait. Yeah, let's buy ourselves a couple extra turns. Excuse me. Is this about you? It's not about you. It's about me. Okay. EM shield. And I think... This is hard. I like all these cards, although I don't think I need Coulson. It would be nice, but I don't think I need it. Okay, so let's put out that. And then I need to make an attack so that I go into assault suit form. Okay, so let's do this. Well, we're not going to remove it because we might need it over here. So let's... but this is going to also advance. Let's see, is there any... If I had just taken this back, is there any configuration of this where I can have both the EM shield out and the concentrated fire goes off? I don't think there is. We're not going to worry about that. But I do need to get... Oh man, this is a puzzle. Okay, a puzzle of my own design. I put myself into this. I'm not too worried. I don't want to necessarily just give the Adaptoids a bunch of environments. So it's 40 damage against like 35 threat. And M.O.D.O.K is winning here. I think we just have to do it. We have to go, boom, flip this over. We are not going to use up any of the damage, so we're just going to do 2. This will put me down to 9 from the retaliate. And it's going to toss the government liaison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so would have loved to have seen this, although as we've already discussed, wouldn't have been able to do what I wanted to do and play out counterintelligence, although I would have played counterintelligence. And I have a new appreciation for Quake because after thinking about it, realizing that as long as the assault suit is set, or as long as the suit is set to stealth, you can do this in hero form, which was not a thing in the past. I like seeing more concentrate. Oh wait, no, that's not a new concentrated fire. That's the concentrated fire we had from before. Okay, so ready, back up. Yeah, this is going to go up when the stage will be completed. Put a random adaptoid environment into play instead. Otherwise, remove. Okay, and then this goes back into the deck. And adaptoids gain villainous and the psionic trait. Okay, so I'm going to definitely want to keep them at bay at all costs. But you know what? I'm ready for any treachery, and that's what's important. That's the most important thing about all of this. All right, so then M.O.D.O.K goes to attack for 2 base, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna do the EM shield. I'm gonna toss out practice plan, put EM shield back into my hand. I think that even if I don't play it back out, that's gonna be helpful for just giving me more cards. The 6th card is always gonna be nice. And my counter card is an adaptoid. So it is elite, it is villainous, it's got the psionic trait, it's got +1 attack, kill, overkill, and ranged. Okay, so nothing especially different comes out here. But we're doing the same. Oh, I defeated an adaptoid. I should have taken a counter off. Okay. I'm happy that was an oversight that is good for me and not one that would have been detrimental to the game. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so the car seems appealing. Counterintelligence seems important. Concentrated fire seems nice. EM shield would be nice to play out, but also is just nice as another card in my hand. So I can use this to take this out with concentrated fire, go back into stealth suit form, let him scheme for... Okay, so I should get all my attacks out before defeating the adaptoid. So that's what I'd like to do. I think it would be wise to also do that, which leaves me with the perfect amount of cards in hand. Okay, so we will attack M.O.D.O.K, put him down to 6, take a retaliate damage. Then we will... Concentrated fire for 5, take out the adaptoid, remove a counter here. Oh, I didn't even think about that part. Okay, remove a counter there. You get the flying inhuman. Oops, that's not right. Okay. The fact that taking out adaptoids also helps the cell is actually a good thing that I had not considered. Where's a better place for this? I don't want to split up my stuff. Okay. All right. So then, because we defeated a villain, the enemy, I'm gonna switch over to stealth suit form, and he thwarts for 2, which is not doing me anything right now. But okay, so then this needs genius resources. So whereas this needed energy resources, this needs genius or 3 of any type. I do have 3 of any type, but I think I would rather have out counterintelligence. I'd like to have had any of these, and I think counterintelligence might be the one that's going to be the most helpful. So I'm not going to attack with the flying inhuman, but let's go over it real quick. So it is a 2 thwart, 1 attack, 5 health, aerial inhuman rescued traded minion or ally. Does not count against your ally limit. Response, after this ally thwarts, remove 1 threat from another scheme. Okay, so cool. And then force response, after this card leaves play, flip it and replace it with the bottom and place it at the bottom of the holding cell deck. We want to keep these alive as much as possible because we do not want to prolong this game. All right, so ready, back up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have loved to have stealth sharpshooter with everything else I've already done, but at the same time, oh, this is going to be like cracked here because this isn't going anywhere. So this is always going to be 11. I like that. Okay, had not even considered that as a thing. After you resolve preparation, yeah. Okay, so I probably should have gone to Ultra. Well, no, because I want to be able to build this up. Okay, but either way, Alter Ego is probably something I should do soon. But these 2 cards are the ones I want to have out the most. I just don't have the cards for it just yet. All right, so move to the villain phase. We are going to put 2 threat onto main scheme. Then M.O.D.O.K will go to scheme, and he's scheming for a base of 3. So we're going to be using that. A base of 3. Yeah. All right, so we will do this. We'll stop 3 of it. 1, because this has got 2 boost icons on it. So one of that threat will go to the stealth suit. The other will go over here. So we actually, that was, I would say, pretty clutch. This gets shuffled back in because we cannot have a situation without any adaptoids. Then we move to the encounter card, which is Diplomatic Sanctions. Surge. Okay, I could really use that espionage right now. 1 revealed, discard 1 card from your hand for each aim minion in the victory display. Oh, okay. I'm not even sure how aim minions get in the victory display, so this is just a surge. Into Adaptoid. I have a feeling that Thor would really like this encounter. Okay, so he is a 1/2 overkill ranged attacker with the elite psionic trait and villainous. Okay. Alrighty, so I suppose I could have just canceled all the effects, but honestly, a surge is so in the blind. It's like I could also just cancel out the one that's about to happen. Okay, so let's see here. So how does this change anything? I feel like we just keep defeating adaptoids to keep taking stuff off of here. Let me just see here. So I do wish there was another side scheme in play to get a use out of that, but frankly, I think it would be silly to not thwart. Put a damage onto him. So there's that. Informant would be nice. So yeah, let's really assess this, because I think that if I were to put these 2 out, I can pay for them. I've only got 1 copy of Under Surveillance. I think Under Surveillance is a very good card in this situation, but we are going through the deck fairly quickly. I do think that I will end up in Alter Ego this turn, because I just think that drawing some extra cards is going to be good. So this could be the pivoting point when I prioritize Secret Agent over Under Surveillance, but that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to do Secret Agent, we're going to do Informant, because frankly, getting the Adaptoid to thwart for us would be super nice. I can only attack for 2, but I need to keep applying damage. I want to get rid of this as soon as possible. Yeah, okay, let's put him down to 4. Oops. I go down to 7. I'm gonna flip down to Alter Ego. Oh, and I suppose, okay, so this flipped over, but I'm just going to put it back into stealth suit form. Just to keep myself as safe as possible. Okay, so, and this is still live. This is only in here. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I'm just going to risk it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yes, I would love to have sharpshooter right now, but oh my gosh, having 2 covert surveillance seems really good. Yeah. Okay, yep. All right, so we move, we get +2, go back up to 3. And M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K schemes for a base of 3. This is going to go very poorly for me. M.O.D.O.K schemes for 5. I'm learning my lesson here. I do not. Okay, I don't. Adaptoids get +1 scheming, gain the insight 1 trait, and gain the aerial trait. Oh boy. Oh boy. He goes to scheme. I really wanted to use this to just like keep this in check. After this activation, remove threat. Okay. So I suppose he schemes for 2. And he's villainous. Okay, wait. Do I do informant just so that he doesn't add any threat to the main scheme? I think so. Interrupt. So this is after he schemes. So I can wait to see how much he schemes for. Right now he's scheming at a base of 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just going to informant to blank all of that. That seems, even though I'm not taking anything off, I think preventing 4 from being put on is really good. We do miss this because we're not in hero form. And our encounter card is a aim jailer, a 0 scheme 2 attack 4 health aim minion with guard. When revealed, aim jailer attacks the rescued ally with the fewest remaining hit points. Otherwise, place 1 lock counter on holding cell. So this, that's not right. Wow. Okay, so we've got ourselves in a predicament here. So I'm worried because I'm going to lose the flying inhuman if I don't do something here. Okay, so let me just think this over. Okay, so I thought this over for a little bit and looked up some rulings just to make sure that I was on the right page. Because guard really messes up with spray fire. But what I learned is that what's going to happen here is if I play spray fire and I remove the stealth counter, these 2 are going to take 4 damage. M.O.D.O.K's not going to take anything, which is unfortunate because I'd like M.O.D.O.K to no longer have his 4 health. But here's what we're going to do. We are going to flip over and we are going to get the Adaptoid for 2. It's going to be a little bit short-lived because then we are going to... I really like eye patch camera, but I don't think it's going to be for this world. We are going to spray fire, removing 1 to take out the jailer, take out the Adaptoid, and then the Adaptoid's trigger will go off and take a point off there. I could very well just have the... Oh, yeah, that's actually the right thing to do here. Take off the other one. Get this minion, or get this ally. So we've got Psionic. Inhuman, he is a 1 thwart, 1 attack, 5 health Inhuman Psionic rescued ally. Response after this ally thwarts, remove 1 lock counter from the holding cell. This is spend a wild or 3, so that's I don't even know if it has that many wilds, but that's going to be important to know. So this is actually really, so 1, it's good to have 2 of them because if we run into another jailer, I suppose the jailer is going to attack him anyway. But we have more help on our side. And I could, well, no, I can't thwart because I wouldn't be changing anything there. Okay, so let me just think this over real quick. So now we're in a situation where attacking would be silly, because having him attack would be silly because the retaliate would just take him out, and I'd be in this situation again, and it wouldn't even really solve any problems. This is in Assault Suit form now. Yeah, I think Nick is just going to be taking an attack this turn. I really wish I could eat Secret Agent. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We will address our hand next turn. Luckily, we don't have any Adaptoids, so all this stuff over here is relevant, but maybe this is where the tide turns. Who knows? So we are going to be attacked by M.O.D.O.K. I will defend. So a base of 2. Wow. Okay, cool. I don't take any damage. That is great. Then my counter card is, of course I don't have anything there, Psionic Blast. If you are in hero form, take X indirect damage, where X is M.O.D.O.K's scheme. Confuse each character that takes damage this way. He's got a scheme of 3 right now. I can take 3. Just don't even need to worry about the other guys. I will confuse myself. Honestly, that could have gone far, far worse. That actually could have been the end of the game in a different version of this scenario. All right, so we do have a way to get the holding cell unlocked. Or not unlocked, but well, we could. I think this would be a little excessive, though. I think Super Spies is way too good. In fact, Super Spies is so good that I need to ask myself. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to play out Maria Hill with these 3. Now, I need to ask myself, when he thwarts, he's going to take a counter off here. Do I think that it's more important to have 3 threat on my suit or another of the allies? And honestly, my thought process here is, if we can get all of these taken out, so we'll be on the last one, that means that we only have to deal, if we can get through that one, then M.O.D.O.K only has 4 damage and he loses. So we can somehow, if we could somehow pull this off, where we only have to defeat M.O.D.O.K once, I think that would be pretty stellar. The flip side of it is, we could have 3 threat here, and that would be pretty great too. After he makes a basic thwart, which, okay, we're not going to be worrying about that because he's exhausted and he's confused, so we're not going to do that. And he hasn't made a basic thwart yet, so I'm not miscounting there. I do need to go into like super protection on this. I cannot hit another one of the jailers, or else I'm just losing this Inhuman. Put a damage here, bring this down by 1, take a counter off. Use Super Spies to remove the other one, and we're going to get the Sarah Garza. This is just... okay. Got another minion. And she is, I think, pretty beefy, if I remember correctly. Oh, oops. I need to do that. Okay, so she is a 2/2 ally Inhuman rescued shield, 5 health, and her attacks gain overkill and ranged. Oh, that is very good. Okay, so we can get around retaliate here. And this one is physical resources. Okay, so after this leaves play, flip it back over. Okay, so if nothing else, Okay. So we're going to have Maria Hill thwart this and put that here. We are going to... This is just from your suit assault, or from your thing. So it doesn't need to be in covert or stealth suit form. Put 2 damage onto M.O.D.O.K. Put a damage there. So Maria is going to be our shield at this point. Like, I can just throw her to the wind. So I need to draw. If I draw into 2 physical resources, I'm winning. Because we can prevent whatever treachery we hit. Maria's going to block for us. I think we just won by the skin of our teeth here. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, wait, I'm forgetting about this. Okay, so wait a second. It didn't matter because we use up these 3 cards to remove 1. Okay, yeah. I think we won. I think we won in the most candy-wampus way possible. Okay, so M.O.D.O.K goes to attack. I'm going to defend with Maria. Attacks for 4. This gets shuffled back in. Correct? Or not? Yeah, shuffled beat. So Maria goes away. My encounter card is as long as it is not the minion that deals damage. It's an adaptoid. Let me just make sure that's not bad for us. There's no guard. They are elite. They are psionic. They are aerial. They have scheme. They have insight. So insight. Insight 1. They have a big attack. They have big scheme. Okay. I think we're golden. So we take our hand. And we... Oh, I'm not exhausted. Okay, so we take 1 off of there. Remove 1 lock. We... Don't overthink this. Don't overthink this. We pay 3. We get the Strong Inhuman, who is a 1 fort, 3 attack, 7 health. That would have been nice. Toughness. Does not count. Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't even matter because now we are to the point where we can just attack with Sarah Garza. I suppose she did have a damage on her. That goes up to 2. Attacks for 2, takes out M.O.D.O.K. And his interrupt of when M.O.D.O.K would be defeated if a holding cell is in play. There are no holding cells. Remove 2 lock counters and reset. Otherwise, the players win the game. There we go. Holy cow. Didn't think that was going to work out. Please, please, please. If there was some critical mistake here, let me know. But I think that was pretty clean. The play mistakes probably happened. But the fact that, like I said, there was probably an inflection point where the under surveillance was going to do me in. Not playing it was going to do me in. I think the fact that we ended with 3 upgrades in play. And actually we only had to defeat M.O.D.O.K once. We just unlocked the things over and over again. I think that was a pretty good game. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next Saturday when we will be playing against the Thunderbolts. And I'm really excited because I have a loose idea of how they work, but I don't have a good idea, and I'm excited just to see how that all goes down. But thank you so much, and I will see you next week. I didn't even go through my deck the whole time. I actually did it in 1 deck pass. That's amazing.